guys, it's the first Wednesday of this month, and that means that it is weigh-in Wednesday. I do weigh-ins once a month, and this is it. So I thought that I would do a little bit more of a sit-down video because I have some fun stuff to talk about. But first, I will get into the weigh-in, which is not a good weigh-in, and I will explain why that is. So last month's video was actually just a couple of weeks ago because I randomly did it in the middle of the month and I was 203. So I had lost a few pounds from the month before, which was great. So pretty much right after my weigh-in, like a couple days later, my husband and I started talking about trying Nutrisystem. We had kind of wanted to try it for a couple of years, or I had wanted to try it for a couple of years, but we never actually like sat down and talked about it. But we started talking about it and it really kind of started looking like that's what we were gonna do. So we talked about it for 2 or 3 days and then we finally ordered it, which was really fun and exciting. And then it took, I think, almost a week to get here. So there was like a week and a half period where I knew that we were starting Nutrisystem and I kind of just went off of my diet completely, whereas normally I'm like kind of 50-50. And that's not enough to make me lose a ton of weight, but luckily it's enough to make me lose a little bit of weight and to at least maintain my weight. But when I was just like a week and a half off of my diet because I was preparing for Nutrisystem, I made really bad choices. I was trying to eat all of our unhealthy stuff in the house so that it wasn't there tempting me. So last month I was 203, but when I stepped on the scale when we first started Nutrisystem to see what my starting weight was for Nutrisystem, I was back up to 208, so I had gained 5 pounds in 2 weeks, which is crazy, but it makes sense because I was doing a lot of unhealthy eating. Also, I think that my cycle was somewhere in there. I had PCOS and my cycle is so weird, and there's a whole big backstory, but I won't get into that. I will link some of those videos down below if you want to go see them. So on Monday, we did Nutrisystem 100% and we have been doing it ever since. So really today is only my 3rd day being on it and I've already gone from 208 to 205. So technically I've lost 3 pounds this month, although it's only been 3 days that I've been on the Nutrisystem, and technically I'm still up 2 pounds from what I was last month. But the good thing is that we are finally on a plan that works for both of us. And we have been loving it. It's only 3 days in. It's still really, really early to tell, but I have been on a ton of diets. You name it, I've done it. And usually on the 3rd day, I'm like crying myself to sleep because I miss food and it's gonna take so long and I don't wanna do this anymore. And why did I have to gain all of this weight in the first place? And contemplating eating my arm. So this is the first time where it's like day 3 and I'm not dying, I'm not counting down my days, I'm not starving, I'm not miserable, and Joe is still right there with me. A lot of the times when we start diets together, like by the 3rd day, either I've gone off of it and he's still on it, or he's gone off of it and I'm still on it, and we're like never quite matching up. And this is the first time where it's 3 days into the diet and we're both doing great. The fact that I hate grocery shopping really affects my diet because when you're eating healthy and you're on a diet, you have to go grocery shopping on a regular basis. You have to meal plan on a regular basis. So the other problem that I was having with eating healthy, and I know this probably sounds completely pathetic, but these are my struggles. Everyone has their own struggles when you're on a diet and you're trying to do something new. My first struggle was grocery shopping. My second struggle was meal planning. My third struggle was that it was really hard for me to have to cook breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks and dessert. Like if I wanted to eat something, it meant that I had to make it, and that I just felt like I was in my kitchen all of the time, and it was just such a time sucker, an energy sucker, and I am super busy now, and it was just hard to like take time aside to meal plan, take time aside to go grocery shopping, take time aside to like cook all of these meals healthy and clean and low fat and all of that good stuff, and count my calories. It's also just the 2 of us, and making breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks and desserts all by hand, all from scratch, all me, just for the 2 of us. We would just always have like so many leftovers. A lot of them would end up in the trash. It was a lot of work. I felt like I was like making a Thanksgiving dinner every day between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, and desserts. It was a ton of cooking, a ton of time, a ton of dishes. We wouldn't even eat it all. Some of it would end up in the trash. Nutrisystem really kind of fixes all of those problems. You do have to go grocery shopping, but you don't have to go grocery shopping into that sense. You are definitely allowed to bring in your own food, especially fruits and veggies and cheese and sour cream and condiments and yogurts and all of that good stuff. So I do have to go to the grocery store, but it's like in and out. Like I am in and out of that grocery store in like 10 minutes because I'm just grabbing fruits and veggies real quick and like some string cheese and some sour cream and some yogurt, and I'm out of there. I don't have to make a grocery list. I don't have to plan it a ton. I also absolutely love that it's single portions. So if Joe wants a pizza that night and I want a turkey burger, he can have his pizza and I can have my turkey burger, and they're both Nutrisystem and we both have our own plans. We both ordered our own food and we sit down and we have dinner together, and we are in the kitchen like making our dinner together, and we're still spending dinner together. But he's having what he wants, I'm having what I want, and when we're done, there are no leftovers. Nothing is ending up in the trash. I will show you guys what I had for my meals yesterday. So in the morning, I decided to just have the Nutrisystem cinnamon granola. I had gone to the store and picked up some yogurt. This was a new brand that I was trying and I ended up really loving it. And so I just put my yogurt inside of a bowl, poured the granola over it, and then just topped it off with some fresh strawberries. So for lunch, I chopped up 1 carrot and 1 bell pepper, and then I took 2 tablespoons of hummus, which was 70 calories. And my Nutrisystem lunch was some white chicken chili, which was so yummy. It was really spicy though, but it made it to where I just drank a ton of water, but it was a super filling, super yummy lunch. For a snack, I had an apple with some almond butter. And for dinner, I had the Salisbury steak and mac and cheese Nutrisystem dinner, and then I just had it with a big side salad. And then for dessert that night, I had a chocolate cake, which is really, really yummy. It's so fudgy and moist and just really delicious, but I forgot to film it. So that is kind of like a day in the life of Nutrisystem. I'm going to do a whole week in the life of Nutrisystem in the future. I'm also going to do a full sit down review with my husband and I, talking about what we like about Nutrisystem, what we don't like about Nutrisystem, and all of the good stuff in between. So I think I'm gonna do that at the end of our first month. Since we're doing it together, I thought it would be good to get his take on it too. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to see more Nutrisystem videos in future. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!